we got game developers begging for a chance. Now, this is an interesting change of scenery because usually they will go out and call gamers racist and sexist in the hope that this will sell the product. The marketing strategy is that bigots don't like our game. Our game is absolutely perfect in every way. And if you want to stick it to the bigots, buy the product. And this strategy has been nerfed since 2018. So it seems that they're now at least trying to appeal to the gamers, and they're like, please buy the product. Now, what's interesting is that I actually did look at all of these newspapers that are sharing the plea from the developers, and I didn't see the one picture, the one interesting picture that gamers on Twitter are upset about, and that is the female character, which has been upgraded with the body type B. Now, I go out of my way to use female characters from video games as a benchmark test. And this is for me to judge if the game developers are worthy or not of my $70, because I work hard for my money. And they want to take my money away from me, so I need to judge, are you worthy? Do you deserve it? My money is like the hammer of Thor. So you game developer, are you worthy to carry my cash? And the way I do it is I take the picture of the female character and I put it into ChatGPT. And I ask ChatGPT, is this a man or a woman? And if ChatGPT can't answer, if ChatGPT is going like, well, I don't know, it looks kind of ambiguous to me, then you are not worthy of my cash. It's simple. I don't even have to justify it. The only justification should be because fuck you, that's why. But since we are on the subject, and I will justify it, if you are incapable of producing a normal-looking, a healthy-looking female character in your game, then there are two possibilities. Number one, you hired some of the most incompetent people imaginable. Like, your artists are absolute dog shit. They cannot draw. And if that's the case, why did you hire incompetent people to work on a franchise like Silent Hill? What is the justification? Why couldn't you hire someone more talented? Like, there are people doing it for free on the internet. There are people that have drawn these characters for a long while since the game has been launched, and they're doing a much better job than your artist. Like, what explanation do you have for that? I would rather give my $70 to those people. The second explanation is that you hired consultants. You hired people that hate me. And they're very vocal about it on Twitter. You hire people like Sweet Baby. You hired grifters. And the grifters are the ones that told you to make vile-looking female characters in your game. Why would I pay for that? Why would I support those grifters? Do you think it helps me sleep at night knowing that those grifters are now able to put food on their table using my money? No. They should use the modern audience money. They should get money from the people that like them and support them. I don't like them. I don't support them. I vote with my wallet. It's simple as that. It's not about the characters themselves. Because I can play a game that has stick figurines. I don't really care about the aesthetics that much at this point. I used to when I was a teenager. I do think that the current generation of teenagers deserve to have the same quality entertainment like the one that I grew up with. But it's a matter of principle at this point. It's literally what it is. So if you go out of your way to uglify the characters and you go out of your way to listen to the grifters, then I hope that the grifters are going to buy your product, because I won't. Still, I do appreciate the fact that you're not insulting the gamers and the community in this article, and you're just begging them to give you a chance. Like, that's fine. Which is why I toned it down in the video. I toned down the rhetoric. The rhetoric was a lot more inflammatory, but I do appreciate that. And it's also the thing, I really hate it when AAA companies are pretending to be like indie game developers. They're trying to humanize themselves. They're trying to say, oh no, we're just like a bunch of frat boys that just got together in a garage and we create video games because this is our passion and we really care about it. You're working for a AAA company. Fuck are you smoking? You have like no wiggle room. You got no room for creativity. You got no room for shit. This is a PR team that's coming out and they're saying, oh, right, like we looked at the market and things are looking pretty grim. So just have the developers pretend that they're like indie people and they like games just like the customer. Because the thing is, like, once you actually get to talk with people that work in AAA at one of these big companies and they're working in an office, like, they would tell you that they have not a single shred of creativity. Because even if they did have, they wouldn't be allowed to channel it. They're actually very miserable individuals. They go to work and they're told exactly what to do. And then they have like a plump office lady coming in, looming over them and telling them, oh yeah, you're not allowed to put this in. You're not allowed to have this in. You can't have this. You can't have that. We grew as a company. We don't allow this. We don't allow that. It's soul crushing. So like to come out and say, well, actually, we thought we like. No, you don't think. You don't think. You work for a AAA company. You don't think. Unless you're like on the high executive board, like if the CEO of the company comes out, maybe he thinks. The HR lady probably thinks as well. The diversity officer, she thinks. You don't think. You do. So yeah, it's interesting how you don't get to see the picture of the lady there. And they're also like not addressing the issue. They're thinking, oh, well, gamers probably won't trust us because, you see, in the past, they didn't buy other Silent Hill titles, and the Silent Hill titles didn't do very well, blah, blah, blah. No. See, if that was the case, you wouldn't greenlit the project. Like, if you generally thought that the market isn't there for Silent Hill, you wouldn't have greenlit the project. But you know that there's another issue why gamers wouldn't trust you, and you're hoping that they just read the headline and they actually don't read the article. Now the problem with me trusting you is that it's $70 worth of trust. Like, the idea is that I give you my money, and then if I like the game, well, good, but if I don't like the game, I can't take my money back. That's the issue. And you're not asking me for a trust, you're asking me for $70. This is what you're doing. And in today's economy, like maybe under Trump, that would have been fine, but we're under Biden. And I don't know who's going to win the next election, because like if they start printing money again, if they start government spending like crazy again, and the value of the dollar goes down, this $70 is something that I would worth keeping. Like I would rather have it here rather than there. With you guys. So yeah, I'm generally curious how well this game is going to do. On one hand, like I really like Silent Hill, and I wanted it to make a comeback. But again, it fails the benchmark test. It really does. It has characters that look like body type B. I'm sorry, it's just my standard. Because it's also my money. And if you don't like my standard, then give me your money and I'll buy it. Give me $70 and I'll buy it. Fine. If you think that my standard is absurd, like, look, give me just, where to donate, right? Just donate me $70 and I'll buy the game. That's fine. Anyway, right? I have a feeling it may not do well. Usually my standard doesn't fail. Like, it's not the aesthetics that's the issue. Usually when the standard fails, the story is bad, the game is sometimes buggy, and the gameplay is usually bland. Which is probably the case. I mean, another question. Why did they make a Silent Hill remake when they can make a new Silent Hill? Where did the series stop? Was like Silent Hill 4 was the one with the room, right? And then they had like a Silent Hill 5. Why are they making Silent Hill 6? Why did they have to remake Silent Hill 2? Are they that incompetent? They can't create a new universe? They can't, It's a lot easier when the story is there, right? You can't make offense. Because like the story is already there and it's grandfathered in. So maybe that's why. Let me know what you guys think though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.